In the previous episode, Rudeus returned to campus, much to the delight of his friends. Zanoba and Kurifu even prepared a special gift for him, the Zarifu artificial hand to replace his missing arm. On this day, Keith and Tallhand visited Paul's grave to say their final goodbyes. Seeing how well Rudeus was doing now, they were certain that Paul would be proud of him in the afterlife. Before leaving, Keith handed Rudeus a share of the reward for exploring the Tell Upward Labyrinth. It also included Paul sharing the token of their goodwill, which deeply moved Rudeus. Back home, Rudeus noticed Zenith tending to the flower beds with Aisha. It reminded him of how much Zenith used to cherish the garden when he was little. If this could serve as a catalyst for her to regain her memories, it would be a blessing. Just then, Aisha mysteriously told Rudeus to come to her room later. Rudeus planned to look after Lucy first, but then he heard strange noises coming from Aisha's room. Following the sound, he discovered that she was secretly raising a plant-type magical beast. This was exactly why she had called him over. For safety reasons, Rudeus decided to eliminate the creature immediately. However, Aisha threatened him by revealing his secret altar in the basement, where he hid Roxy's panties. He warned that she would tell Sylphie and Roxy about it. Just then, Roxy happened to return to grab something and heard Aisha mentioning her name. Panicking, Rudeus quickly covered Aisha's mouth and explained the situation, hoping Roxy would persuade Aisha to stop. But, being knowledgeable, Roxy simply stated that this magical beast was harmless. In fact, the Meeker tribe used them to protect their crops. Hearing this, Rudeus stopped opposing it and allowed Aisha to keep the creature, naming it Bite. Ever since receiving the Hydra's scale from Keith, Rudeus had been researching the. He discovered that any magic would instantly disintegrate the moment it touched the scale. He desperately wanted to find a solution, as he refused to lose anyone else close to him. Just then, Sanoba excitedly came to show off Julie's progress in sculpting. Despite his bias, he believed this figure was on par with Rudeus's work. Looking at the lifelike Juigerudo figure, Rudeus couldn't help but wonder if he was pushing himself too hard. Perhaps he should cherish the hard-won happiness in his present life. With this in mind, Rudeus invited his friends over for dinner. Everything seemed to be going in the right direction. One day, the student council received a report about a man publicly harassing a female student. When Sylphie and Luke arrived at the scene, they found Rudeus clinging to Roxy. Since it was a domestic matter, Luke simply dismissed the onlookers and left Sylphie to handle it. Sylphie thought Rudeus was being perverted with Roxy and jealously asked if he had forgotten about her. Thrilled, Rudeus happily suggested that the three of them do it together. This startled Sylphie. Only after questioning him did she realize that Rudeus was actually begging Roxy to teach him Water King tier magic. Unable to withstand Rudeus's relentless pleading, Roxy finally agreed. The three of them rode out to the wilderness. The scenery brought back fond memories of their time in Fit-to-A village. Soon, Roxy found an open play. As she chanted, dark clouds quickly gathered. Her staff glowed with a blinding light, and with a swing, a bolt of lightning instantly obliterated the tree in front of them. Even with her staff's amplification, Roxy could only cast a Water King tier spell once in a short period. But that was more than enough for Rudeus. Mimicking Roxy's movements, Rudeus raised his staff. As his chant ended, lightning pierced through the dark clouds and struck the earth. This marked the moment Rudeus officially became a Water King tier magician. On the way home, Roxy remarked that the recent times felt like a dream. She felt that her presence might be a bit of a hindrance to Sylphie, but she was incredibly happy to ride home together like this. Sylphie told her not to say that, explaining that she was just lucky to have appeared when Rudeus needed her most. Otherwise, someone like her would never have had the chance to be with him. Rudeus said nothing, simply holding Sylphie a little tighter. In his eyes, he was the truly lucky one. But instead of saying pretty words, he preferred to protect his beloved family with his actions. Now that he has become a Water King tier magician, what kind of adventures await Rudeus? Follow my channel to get the latest episode updates first.